I will talk about white hat.
Hi, my name is AINA and NAJIHAH. I'm going to present about black hat.
Hi, my name is Atiya. I will be presenting for yellow hat.
Hi, BALKIS WADO. I'm going to present you about green hat.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is FILZAH ATHIRAH binti Hanafiah. So I present for red hat.
The biggest enemy to thinking is complexity. This is a quote from Edward de Bono in his book Six Thinking Hats. So he came up with these thinking tools in order for completing three general purposes. The first is for attention directing. We can direct our attention to 6 different aspects of a matter. Secondly, it is for convenience. It provides a convenient way of thinking. And thirdly, to switch gears. For example, we can tell someone to be negative, and the next time to tell them to stop being negative. It depends on the situation and our needs.
Blue Hat acts as the chairperson. It focuses on defining the problem, setting the thinking task, and also asks the right questions to each hat. It also summarizes and concludes all the thinking process. Example for blue hats. Problem: should Iium library be open for 24 hours? Ask the white hats.
What do we know about the existing 24 hours library?
Ask the yellow hats.
What are the benefits of 24 hours library?
Ask the black hats.
What could go wrong if we implement the 24 hours library?
Ask the red hats.
What will be the reaction from the red hat community?
Ask the green hats.
And what are the steps taken to introduce 24 hours library?
White hat focuses on the facts, data, and objective information. There is no interpretation, no opinion. It imitates a computer. Facts include first-class facts, which is checked and proven facts, and also second-class facts, which is facts that are believed to be true but not yet proven. First example. Library is a comfortable place to study. Second example. Iium library closed at 10:45 p.m. weekdays and 5:45 p.m. weekend. Third example. Student goes to library to get resources for their assignments. Fourth example. Iium library provide resources in printing and online form. Fifth example. Nexus Nottingham University Library open for 24 hours.
Like the bright rays of sun, the yellow hat provides the bright side of things. What is the best possible scenario, and what could go right? Cafes often become a favorite place to study. However, it is very noisy and one might not be able to focus. The library provides a comfortable atmosphere with no noisy distraction. It is easier to focus on your tasks with high productivity. It also gives you a peace of mind. Having a bed in your room or mahalla is very tempting. Sometimes it is easy to fall asleep while studying in bed. It is hard to separate between studying and sleeping if it is done in the same place. By studying in the library, it creates an optimum space for your brain to work without temptation. University fees are expensive. We pay thousands every semester. Having a 24-hour centralized space for study proves that the university invests on maximizing the student satisfaction. Students are divided into two categories, a night owl and an early riser, depending on what time they are most active. Night owls will experience a social jet lag in daily settings occurring in the morning. They will not be able to do much work at daytime, and this includes studying for a subject. Unlike the early bird who rises happily to catch the worm and are able to grasp things quickly as they wake up. It is important that each student allocate work according to their most optimal time of the day. Having a 24-hour library gives the opportunity for night owls to catch the worm and be super productive too. The library is a treasure trove of books, journals, and publications. However, there is a fear of time running out as students rush to read books while waiting for the library to close eventually. When there is no time limit, students are able to read so much more books. They can finish work at the library without having to move somewhere else when it closes.
The way black hat works is by forcing you to think negatively in order to read out potential future problems. For instance, would you really want to head into a situation thinking only a blind positive manner? It's important to understand the things can go wrong and you must have a plan B. This is exactly how the black hat works.
AINA, this holiday, can we go to the shopping mall together?
No, I don't want. I want to finish this.
Please,
No.
go, take a rest.
Aina, it's already evening. Let's go and play netball. No, I have to
Let's
finish
go.
this. I want to stay here.
Today, students and young people suffer sky-high levels of stress, which are undoubtedly exacerbated by a pressure to succeed. Feeling able to strike a balance between work and socializing is crucial for students' well-being. 24-hour library makes this difficult.
Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. So I would like to take your attendance. I see that one person doesn't come. Where is AINA?
Meanwhile,
They discourage students from creating a structured work schedule. Now that students don't have a specific period of time between classes and the time at which they should go to the bed. For those with existing mental health, 24-hour library can be even more disastrous. The ability to work during unsocial hours often enables vulnerable students to isolate themselves from others and fall into unhealthy, irregular sleeping patterns. Irregular sleeping schedules can wreak havoc on our well-being. Students consume caffeine to stay awake at the library. Caffeine consumed as early as 6 hours before bedtime still significantly disrupts sleep. It can lead to sleep deprivation. Students who consume caffeine at bedtime 3 hours before and 6 hours before all experience a shorter night's sleep and diminished sleep quality. They spend more time awake during the night. Even caffeine ingested 6 hours before bedtime cause students to lose more than an hour of total sleep time. A 24-hour library will consume higher level of electricity. The cost will burden the university.
The red hat covers intuition, feelings, hunches, and emotions. Wearing the red hat allows you to put forward your feelings and intuition without the need for justification, explanation, or apology. Putting the red hat, you express what you feel about the project. For example, if you put the red hat for the situation, Iium library open for 24 hours.
My feeling is happy when library open for 24 hours because I can go library without time limitation.
For me, it's a great thing to be done, but it need to be more. We need to put more security in order to make that happen.
Open the library for 24 hours because I think the students have unlimited time for them to study, so they can do a lot of discussion, or sometimes some students need have their own space to study.
I think that's an incredible idea for the library to open for 24 hours. That's because it will make the students easy to find their information, maybe for the assignment, because the most accurate and best source of information is from the books. So whenever the library is open for 24 hours, the student exactly can find their information easily.
But I think this system will not working out since you have to pay more for the electricity, for the salary and so on. So I think Iium library should not be open for 24 hours.
The red hat allows feeling to come into the discussion without pretending to be anything else. It is always valuable to get feelings out into the open.
Green hat. The function of green hat focuses on creativity, the possibilities, alternatives, and new ideas. It is an opportunity to express new concepts and perceptions. According to the problems, Iium library should be open 24 hours might drive you to the certain questions of how to make it efficiency and more alternative, right? So this is how to apply of the green hat with certain issues. The first one is to avoid the high incurring cost for Iium's finance. For example, they should have the policy for students who want to register the 24 hours of Iium library to pay some certain amount of money or become a member card for accessing the night session of library. This is to show the mutual agreement between the NITO student and Iium, since providing which is an unordinary thing for some group is to be deal for the result of satisfaction for everyone, especially Iium's financial planning and management. The second one is in terms of keeping students' safety. The library should provide the CCTV to every places. For instance, they should be installed to monitor the library where required. The video footage is saved to a hard disk recorder or a server located at relevant library. The footage can be accessed via web services on the local network. Also, the CCTV should be installed every corner to protect the student security and to protect Islamic ethical value among the crossing gender. The third one is, in order to prevent the over-stressful atmosphere among students who access the 24 hours in library, the management of library should have some space that students can release their stress, especially the nighter students. For example, having some gaming machine room so that students can entertain for a while. However, to avoid addictive gamer, the gaming machine have to be accessed with the student's card and it must be set to access only one time per 3 hours. The fourth one is to make Iium 24 hours operation build students to be more productive. The Iium should provide some aroma smell or perfume to create the students more focusing and getting high concentration on their studies. For example, installing the automatic pressing perfume at each wall in every level in Iium library. The fifth one is to serve the facilities among 24 hours Iium library. The staffs are very important group of people in order to facilitate and monitor the smoothly environment for the students. Thus, they should be treated more special. For example, Iium's policy comes out to give them higher salary and bonuses for those who work at night session and make the schedule work and time so that not all the staffs have to stay awake every night.
Blue Hat concluded that we should implement 24 hours library because the benefit far outweighs the risk.